everybody. This is Dominic DeAngelo of OneTrueSport.com, and I am happy to have with me here for a very special interview ahead of Slammiversary, which takes place in Montreal on July 20th. I'm here with AJ Francis. It's good to have you back here, man. Nice to speak with you.
Hey, you will refer to me as double champ
Double,
AJ Francis, please. Thank
double
you.
champ AJ Francis is here. Yeah, last time we talked, you didn't have any titles, and sure enough, you've been cultivating quite the following in TNA. You got Rich Swan by your side. You're taking on PCO. How has this kind of new run for you since your exit been for you so far?
It's been amazing. I couldn't thank the people at TNA enough for me to show the ability that I have. They're letting me just go. They're giving me a mic and they're saying, "You got 2 minutes. What are you going to do with it?" And then I go out there and create magic. They're giving me opportunities to be a flag bearer for the company. Let's call it like it is, man. Forever, all I heard was this is a pre-show title. That's what I heard. They said this is the pre-show title. This is a title that they give a match away for free to get you to watch the show. That's what this title was, I was told, until I got it. And then it became the biggest title in the company because it was on me. Right? The hottest feud right now going into Slammiversary is AJ Francis versus PCO. And if you don't think so, you haven't been watching the product, brother. Because if you have been, telling you, it's the biggest feud going into Slammiversary. Guess what feud I was in before that? I was with Joe Hendry. Have you heard of him? Yeah, I know what I'm doing, man. I'm the best champ in the biz. I got a belt held by Luthez. Luthez ain't got nothing on me. You see what I'm saying? Luthez couldn't lace my Jordans, man. Hold on. Luthez couldn't lace my DJ Khaled, we the best Jordans, man.
Oh,
Come on,
damn.
let's be real.
Well, that's pretty. It's pretty amazing too. That's like you have those ties to history. It's kind of like a pretty good validating aspect of it all for you too.
I saw that they updated the Wikipedia page for this title too.
Yeah,
You know
hell
what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's amazing. It's amazing.
dude, that's tremendous. Um, Talk about too that dynamic of working with somebody like a PCO, somebody that's a veteran, but he's also has like these supernatural kind of ties to it. How does that fit in accordance to you? What do you feel about that kind of stuff when it comes to like the supernatural coming into play in pro wrestling and a product like TNA and everything too?
Well, let me say it like this. You can say that what PCO does is supernatural, but
Hmm.
PCO being a Frankenstein is more realistic than me losing an actual fight to a cruiserweight. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? So, there's certain aspects of this business you just got to be able to roll with, brother. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, it's the thing is with PCO is he's a legend. He's not just a veteran, he's a legend. Okay, I grew up, this is a true story. I grew up loving Bret Hart,
Yes.
loving Bret Hart. Bret Hart was the first wrestler I met as an adult that I had like butterflies. You
Really?
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I was in the NFL. I was on the Seattle Seahawks, and we had a show. We had a show. Yeah, it was a show. We had a game versus the Baltimore Ravens
Yeah.
in my hometown of Baltimore, and it just so happened that that Bret Hart was at Jimmy's Famous Seafood doing a signing or something, and my boy John, the owner of Jimmy's, hooked it up, and I had Bret Hart come back to the hotel and meet the Seahawks because he was a Seahawks fan, and
What?
he was just in the team dining room with the guys. Coach Carroll extended curfew by like an hour just so the guys could kick it with Bret Hart. It's all true story. So Sherm was there and Cam
What?
Chancellor and all these guys, legends in the NFL, were just all sitting around listening to Bret Hart talk about wrestling, right? So it was a great time, man. Russell Wilson, all them guys. So, but PCO faced Bret Hart when I was a Bret Hart fan as a little kid. Like, so to be able to have the real main event of Slammiversary with someone who worked with my literal idol as a kid, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then to have that person be as cool, because a lot of times people that have been in the business as long as PCO or even half as long as PCO,
Mhm.
um, they think they know everything and they don't want to listen to ideas from younger talent. But
Yeah.
PCO is like, what do you want to do? PCO has a great understanding that I have a really good mind for this business. So, like, I'm not saying that I'm booking the whole match because I'm not, but like, PCO is actively fishing for and listening to my ideas because he understands that I have good ideas. And for someone who's been in the business as long as him, he doesn't have to be like that. Like, if PCO wanted to make this difficult for me, he could, and everybody would think I'm the asshole, right? And that's what happened a lot of times in the past, was people being assholes, and because I stood up for myself, I became the asshole, right? So, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. That's how it always has been. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity TNA's put in front of me, because they understand how good I am and how good I can be for this company. And they're giving me an opportunity, like main eventing Slammiversary with the Montreal French Canadian Frankenstein in Montreal, man. Sold out. Sold
Yeah.
out. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm the best thing that ever happened to TNA, but look at Joe Hendry's career since I showed up.
Right.
Look at TNA attendance since I showed up. Look at TNA Plus subscription since I showed up. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Look at TNA's viewership since I showed up. I'm not saying it's all me, but you'd be just as dumb to say I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yep. Hey, there's a reason you have the dollar sign on your hat too, right? Hmm? You know?
Money, money, money.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome that you mentioned Bret Hart, because literally, I think it was two TNA interviews ago. I spoke with Santana, and he said how his favorite wrestler growing up was Bret Hart. What drew you to Bret Hart as a fan?
WWE is a machine.
Mm-hmm.
And WWE, if they want you to like somebody, as long as that person isn't the driveling shits, you're gonna like them, right?
Yeah.
And Bret Hart is one of the best to ever do it in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a lot of slack for like his mic work or his character work. People pretend he was just a really good wrestler. But when you see the heel turn Bret Hart,
Oh
Bret
yeah.
Hart's just as good as anybody on that stick now. Let's be
100%.
for real. Let's be for real. Like, they sleep on my boy Bret now. But when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? He would give his sunglasses to a little kid in the front row. I always wanted to be that little kid. He wore pink, which, now, like, gender roles and stuff are completely different than when I was a kid in 1995.
Right, right.
But, you know what I'm saying? For me to see a man wearing pink and for him to be cool, I was like, oh, he's different. I associated any man wearing pink with Bret Hart.
Right. 100%.
Until Cameron took that in the early 2000s. Until Cameron became the man I associated people wearing pink, it was Bret Hart, man. So it's like, you gotta understand that Bret Hart was one of the guys, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the funny thing was, Bret Hart was one of those heels like myself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like what I said about TNA's growth since I showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that's gonna piss some people off. But guess what? It's a fact. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't care if it pisses you off. Bret Hart will tell facts. That's the best kind of heel. When you can tell the truth. You tell the truth, but it's
Yeah.
just not the truth that people want to hear.
That's
So they
it.
boo you. That's
The
why
truth
Bret
when it
Hart was
stings a
such
little bit.
yeah. That's why
Yeah.
Bret Hart was such a hero in Canada, and it was so despised in America, because he told the truth about America.
Yep. So you're spot on. That's the great thing about it. Oh man. So talk about the dynamic of you and Rich Swan together, working with him and everything like that. How has that helped you? How have you think helped him? How has that helped TNA?
Honestly, the biggest compliment I've got from anybody this whole time, and I'm so grateful for Swanee, man, because I got this belt because Swanee stood up for me. The idea was pitched for Swanee to become digital media champion again and become the first two-time digital media champion. And
Mm-hmm.
Swanee said, nah, you got to put it on him. There's a lot of people I've worked with in the past that would never do that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in this business in general that would never do that. Right.
Right.
So I am nothing but grateful for Swanee. And also, the best compliment I've got this whole time I've been on this run, Swanee said it in an interview, and I said, yo, you had to say that in the interview. And he was like, yo, I mean that shit. He said that I helped revitalize his career. He feels like his career is at a completely different point than it was 6 months ago. There's a lot of that going around, right? So, like, I am so grateful because Swanee has always been incredible as a talent, always. But now he's getting a chance to do and show another side of him. I'm gonna be honest, straight shoot from the hip, right? I didn't know how Swanee would be as a heel. Like,
Yeah.
I know how I am as a heel. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Right.
Sorry, I got a call.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
know how I am as a heel. I know people gonna hate my guts just because I'm breathing air, right?
Yeah.
Right? Just because I'm not dead, people gonna hate me, right? But Swanee, people love Swanee, and what we figured out very quickly is people still love Swanee. They just hate that Swanee stands next to me. Swanee will be in a match, and they won't boo Swanee. They'll boo me standing ringside. They'll start a Dollar Tree chant, or a AJ Sucks chant. Go back and watch Nick Nemeth versus Rich Swan, 2 former world champions going at it in the main event of TNA Impact, and me and DJ Who Kid are ringside, and all you hear is AJ sucks, AJ sucks, and I'm like, I even say it on camera. I'm like, I'm not even in the match. What this got to do with me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. People still love Swanee, but they hate my guts. So now Swanee's guilty by association. And the best thing is that Swanee loves it. Swanee's loving this opportunity. Swanee couldn't be happier, and I couldn't be happier. The next step, I'm calling our shot. The next step, after I take care of PCO this weekend, we have both these belts. We're gonna get 2 more belts. We're gonna get the TNA tag team titles.
You're gonna be like Ultimo Dragon holding all those titles like that,
right? What? I'm gonna just hold these, and I'm gonna let Swanee hold both the tag.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? So we both still got 2. We both still double champs. You know,
that's it. Well, also, what you kind of mentioned it right there, but what else do you kind of want to accomplish here now that on this new run of yours and going out and doing it? And you mentioned it when you were on the Road Dog. You're like, I'm going to be everywhere. And believe you me, I will be everywhere. And you are.
I told y'all 6 months ago on Road Dogs podcast, I said, I'm going to be everywhere. He said, where you going next? I said, I'm going to be everywhere. You're going to get sick of seeing me because I got a point to prove. Guess what? You think I became this much better as a worker 6 months later? You think I became this much better on the mic 6 months later? You think I became this much better as an attraction and making people care about what I'm doing 6 months later? Nah, dog. I'm just getting the opportunities I deserve. That's all it is. That's all it is. And that's all it's going to be. Shout out Mello. Shout out Trick. But that's the thing is that, like, to me, is like, you know, the next step for us is tag team gold. The one title that Swanee hasn't won in TNA is the tag team championships. He wins the tag team championships. He becomes a Grand Slam champion. He's won the digital media title. He's won the X Division title. He's won the world title. He's just never won the tag team titles. And that's what we're going to do for Swanee. We're going to make a Swanee a Grand Slam champion.
Dang, how about this? So, and I guess that would make him the first ever to do that then, right?
I believe so. I believe so. One of one.
One of one. How about that?
Not bad for a brother that used to be flying in the back of the plane, and now he's sitting up front. First row, first class.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I can't let you go without asking, obviously you're a football player. Something that has happened in the recent days has been all the buzz about NCAA Football 2025. Yeah. Well, did you play it?
I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it over here.
Oh, the jersey there, yeah.
That's my jersey from Maryland, yeah, my senior game jersey. Got it all, it's all nice and framed up for a play, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I've been beating people's ass from Maryland the last 2 days, man.
Have you? Okay, I was gonna ask you played it. What do you think of the game? All that kind of stuff.
Great game, so much fun. So much nostalgia in it. You know, and it's cool. I've been putting on a show for the Young Turks. I've been posting all my videos with the Young Turk brothers,
Yeah.
making all these plays for me. So, you know what I'm saying? Getting reacquainted with the team. Shout out the guys. Shout out the Young Turks. Shout out my dog Loxley, the head coach at Maryland. I got my Maryland hat on. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
look
I'm
at
coach.
that.
Yeah, you know, shout out the guys, man. You know, shout out Maryland. And you know, they do a lot of social media stuff with me too. Cool. They was doing it before I was the double champ. You know, they never believed that narrative about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they knew what you were about already.
Yeah. They knew
Yeah.
before anybody.
Yep. All right, I'll let you go with this, AJ. How do you think Tom Brady will do behind the commentary booth?
Oh, he'll be incredible. I used to play with Tom on the Patriots. Tom has a really good sense of humor that a lot of people don't know about because he's very professional in what he does. And his when it comes to football, his brain is computer. Like
Yeah.
his brain breaks stuff down. I'll tell a quick story. When I was on the Dolphins, before I was actually this is technically after I became his teammate. I was back on the Dolphins and we were playing a game, and my buddy Michael Thomas had just been signed to play DB from the 49ers practice squad that week. He didn't know the playbook. He didn't know anything. He was really signed for special teams. And then somebody got hurt during the game, so he had to go in at the nickel corner spot on a 2-minute drive against Tom Brady to at the end of the game. So Brady's so good that he knows what coverage you're in and who's going to be open as soon as you come up to the line of scrimmage. The only way to beat him is if you can rush him with 4 or 3 down linemen and be able to get into his and that make him uncomfortable. So last play of the game, he lines up, we lining up, and he knows what formation we're in. He knows where his open receiver is. Right. He hikes the ball, but my boy Michael Thomas has no idea what he's supposed to be doing. Right? He's in the wrong spot because he doesn't know the defense. But because he's in the wrong spot, Brady doesn't expect him to be there, and he throws it right to him. And Michael Thomas catches it, gets down on the ground. We win the game. Interception for the Dolphins. We win the game. But he only got that play because Brady is so good that he knew where the receiver was supposed to be open. And if Michael Thomas was where he was supposed to be, the receiver would have been wide open for a game-winning touchdown. So, you know, that's how good he is. You know what I'm saying? Even when he makes a game-ending mistake, it was because he was so good that the person shouldn't have been there. You see what I'm saying? That's how good he is.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I'm a Jets fan. So I always grew up, in college and everything, I did not like Tom Brady. But when it was all said and done, and like his second run with Tampa Bay, all that stuff, I was just like, you got to give respect to him. Best of all time. There's no doubt about it. I appreciate him. I respect him greatly for that. So awesome. I respect you too, AJ. This has been great. You guys can respect him when you watch Slammiversary July 20th. Double champ right here. He's in the history books, and he's going to continue to be in the history books. AJ, thanks for the time, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, appreciate you too. See you guys next time here on OneTrueSport.com.